Hi there and welcome back to Brew Report, where this week we are sheltering from the rain. As much as I love pubs and as much as I am completely okay with sitting outside in the rain and wet, getting drenched as I enjoy my pint, my camera equipment is less fond of the idea, so we're going to come back to that when the weather's a little bit drier. Instead, we are supporting our local bottle shops and our great, fantastic British breweries by ordering from them and drinking it at home. So this is a beer, it comes from all the way up in Salford. It's from Pomona Island up in Salford, and we're drinking a beer here called Soylent Green. Now, I don't know a great deal about old movies. I'm not really much of a film buff, and so I've got little idea of what this is actually referring to, other than the fact that it is a movie from, I think, the 1970s. No idea what the film's about. Hopefully that's not going to impact my enjoyment of this beer. So we're going to start off with a bit of a review of what this looks like from the outside, and it's one of the reasons I picked this beer up. It's a very striking design. It's this very strikingly simple pale green logo and text on a darker green background. You can see that logo, that sort of recycling symbol with some kind of human figurine on there. I'm guessing this is like some kind of sustainability beer. It's some kind of eco hyper sustainable beer, or they've recycled the water or something. I don't know. Maybe the label text will give us a bit more flavour. So this is a nourishing American. This is a nourishing double dry hopped pale with Citra Cryo and Citra-heavy. That sounds more like a Terminator than a hop. See? I know some old movies. Citra-heavy, that will keep you coming back for more. What makes Pomona beers taste so damn good? There is a secret ingredient, but we'll never tell. It's a little bit mysterious, but see if we can gather some clues. We don't have an ingredients list, we just have a sort of list of allergens, which is barley, oats and wheat. It's double dry hopped, so we're expecting something quite chewy, quite a thick texture. It's going to be quite orangey, quite sweet. 5.7%, so it's got a bit of heft behind it. It's going to be quite strong, but not overly so. I'm excited to crack this open. Let's see what's inside this fella. So already we're seeing here a beer that is it's a pale orange in colour and translucent rather than completely opaque. You can just about see there as I'm pouring it out. Although in the glass, clearly when you're looking through a lot of it, it looks much more opaque. Sort of opalescent almost, with the light shining through. It's got this beautiful, fairly thick, fine head, that fine bubble structure on the head that makes it look really appealing as well. So top marks for appearance there. The aroma is quite heavily dominated by orange. It's quite sweet. It's got that sort of orange blossom, orange juice mix that you'd expect from a beer that's been heavily hopped with Citra. But there's also a tiny bit of dankness there as well, a bit of grass. It's sort of, like slightly wet grass clippings, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love. And yeah, that sort of, it's that kind of like grassy dankness that you get when you can't really, I'm not sure you necessarily get it anywhere else other than just sort of sinking your hand into a basket of hop pellets. So it's definitely got that really strong hop character, that slightly resinous, slightly perfumed hop character coming through. There's definitely something interesting in there. So first of all, the mouthfeel. That's beautifully smooth, and that's really the impact of all of that wheat and those oats in there, bringing those unfermentable sugars, really adding thickness and texture to this beer, making it a lot thicker, very, very satisfying to drink. In terms of the flavours we're picking up, it's more of that orange. We picked up on the aroma, that orange blossom, sort of evolving into a slightly more perfumed, almost orange essence, orange oil as it goes on. And then again, that sort of grassy dankness intensifying again through as it warms up on the palate. And it's that sort of flavour that really lingers onto the finish. There's still that sweetness there. There's still that sort of almost candied, orange candy, sort of fruity sweetness going on, but with a little bit of grassy resin character again, leading on to the finish. I've got to say, I'm quite enjoying this. I've got to be honest, I'm not tasting any mystery ingredients here, but I'm sure there's something in there. Maybe there's some fancy yeast or something like that. I don't know what additional mystery ingredients they may have included, but whatever it is, with the hops that they've used, with all those Cryo Citra hops and whatever hell a T90 is if it's not a Terminator, they've created something really quite delicious here. I'm going to rate this beer a 4 out of 5. It's the sort of thing where if I were drinking this at a bar or at the pub, I'd think to myself after drinking that first pint, you know what would go down really well? Another 2 or 3 of these. So that's, you know, really, you know, top quality stuff. Very much looking forward to finishing this one and looking forward to drinking more from Pomona Island. But that's just me, that's just my opinion. I want to hear now what you think of it. Have you tried this particular beer? Do you have thoughts on Soylent Green? Are you a big fan of Pomona Island? Do you have a favourite beer of theirs that I should try? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you liked this video, please do check out the rest of those videos on my channel. And of course, you will find more hot and fresh beer review content on my blog at brewreport.co.uk. I'll see you next week, and until then, happy drinking. Oh yeah, it's people, isn't it?